Mmm. Absolutely delicious. Oh, that Parmesan cheese with that creamy yellow cheese. Mmm. Throw a monster Java, mean bean Java coffee in there. You know, that stuff don't even actually have, like, I don't know, what's it say it's got? Well, it's got vitamin B, 220% vitamin B6, 230% vitamin B3, 250% vitamin B2, vitamin C 120%, potassium 10%, calcium 25%, iron 6%. It's only 6% total fat, 15% saturated, 0 trans fat. Cholesterol is only 15 milligrams or 5%. Not a significant source of dietary fiber or vitamin D. Vitamin D. I got some vitamin D for you. I do. It's right there. Shining down on me. See? Right here? That's vitamin D right there. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Vitamin D right here. Sunshine. I got vitamin D. I got the vitamin D. I'm getting vitamin D, and then I got the vitamin D. Too bad nobody wants the vitamin D. I don't get it. Vitamin D and then the vitamin T. Vitamin T. Of course, somebody's pulling in next to my van. Look how thick that got. Creamy and thick. Oh, how cute. A loving couple walking their dog. Or maybe just a dude taking his girl out for a walk in the woods. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Oh, wait a minute. Well, actually, you can do anything I wouldn't do. You can do that and more if you want. To each their own. Now mine is having the highway sound coming from over yonder. Man, this is perfect. See, this would be perfect for a van meetup right here. As long as it was a couple days with no rain. A couple days with no rain before it, and a couple days of it, no rain. This ground here is it's not soft, it's not soupy. It would be perfect. Plenty of spots like, or even 1, 2. And then see, I don't know if they'd let people stay overnight out here in the front, because right there's the road where the entrance is. And I don't know if they would want seeing people camping here right off the road. I'm thinking that designated area in the back is probably the only part. Or all the way in the other back. It's where the township stores piles of stone and stuff and junk. Maybe they'd rent that space back there, because at least then, be out of sight. Maybe they wouldn't. I really want to go to the township building and ask. But at the same time, I'm scared. Because it's just like metal detecting. What people don't know about, they don't care about. It's like the towns that now do not allow metal detecting at all in any of their community parks. Not because anybody was leaving holes. Just because people asked. Because people wanted to ask and make sure it was okay. It threw up a red flag. And then there's just those. I mean, unfortunately, like most things, most city officials, township officials, they're not into the things that other people are and want to do. And if they're not into it, then they don't want no parts of it around their community. Well, that kind of hit a spot. But it's all on, I guess it's all on how you word stuff too. You know, like if I were to ask them, go to the township building and say, hey, I saw you, I was talking to the guy at the camp at the park. And come to find out, you have camping back there. How much is it? Get them to give me a price on the per campsite back there. Excuse me. And then say, well, hey, the both sides of the road at the entrance, that really looks like a great spot for a nice group camping outing. And of course, you know, as long as I mean, I'd even go as far as to be like, how much to rent both sides by the entrance? This side and that side. Because that goes from, I mean, that's a little taller grass over there. They haven't mowed that. This has been mowed, and that hasn't. But if I were to even volunteer to be able to go in there and pick up all the down branches and stuff that I saw earlier, and then, you know, help the park guy that lives here and maintains it. If I were to volunteer to help get the area ready and pay to rent the area, I could even buy like colored ribbon tape like they use for the caution tape. And that could be tied off to a tree and just tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree. Make only one spot to drive, like one area to drive in. Have everybody set up, depending on, I mean, that's where a head count, a possible as close to accurate head count would be great. That way to know how many people, I could figure out how, you know, the average banner with a canopy set up, and then the only thing is, like, they only have one picnic table out here. There's no barbecue pits, there's no fire ring. It would be cool if there was, but see, I don't think they'd allow us to have any kind of fire ring, even just one, so that we could have a community fire ring for the group. I mean, maybe they would, I don't know, but I mean, there's plenty of spots here where there really isn't much growing other than weeds. But this has got potential. I see it. I can see the vanners. I can see all my fellow vanners and overlanders and just open-minded nomads. Just I mean, this spot's perfect. The only thing that would make it even more perfect would be not a public park, but a bit of private land that I could rent from somebody for a couple days. That would be completely out of sight from a road. That would make it perfect. Absolutely perfect. I gotta find a spot like this. I know it exists in this county. I gotta find it, and I gotta find, and hopefully it's owned by somebody that's willing to rent it to me. Because I'd have no problem paying out of my pocket to set up for a meetup. Because I'm sure most people would be more than happy and generous to want to donate to the cause for, to help cover for the meetup. I'm sure they would. No, I wouldn't expect it, but I would absolutely, I'd have no problem paying out of my pocket. And then if, at the time of the meetup, then if people want to donate, or damn bugs. I don't even know what kind of bug that was. That was kind of freaky. At the time of the meetup, if people want to donate, towards community meals, and to help, because I think if I did a meetup like that where it was camping out for a couple days in a group setting, who doesn't like sketties, right? All I gotta do is go buy a bigger pot, or find somebody that I can borrow a nice big pot from, or a couple decent sized pots, and we could make sketties. We could set up some burners here on the table, boil the sketties, whole bunch of jars of sketty sauce. Chop up some onions. Maybe make a couple where, well, no. See, you always got to worry about people. I'm always worried about people being allergic. And I've known plenty of people that are allergic to things, and I hate taking a risk and forget. I always fear that I'm going to forget who's allergic to what. And then I make something, and if they eat it, and I forget to tell them what's all in it, or they don't ask, and then, that's dangerous. So plain sketties, just the regular meat sauce, unless somebody's a vegan, then I guess we'll make a pot of plain sketties. Oh, no, I know what I'll do. Make plain sketties, have hamburger browned and in a pan, and then people can add their own meat to their sketties. Yeah, there we go. That's the ticket. And then morning, I could make egg sandwiches. People could chip in, and a couple people could just, we could make egg sandwiches, or we could make scrambled eggs, and home fries. And then just hang out, relax, talk, get to know everybody, share stories. And then if you had it a spot like this, but you were allowed to have like a community fire ring, and I just go ahead of time and buy a whole bunch of local split season firewood. And then we could have a campfire every night, do s'mores. People could just chip in and bring the marshmallows and the chocolate bar. I'm here. Since I live in the Hershey, here by Hershey, I'd get the Hershey bars. They're perfect for s'mores. I know Hershey bars are all over the country and all over the world, but since I live right here, I used to work with the warehouse, I take care of getting the Hershey bars. And the graham crackers, people could chip in. Ooh, mountain pies. I got a mountain pie maker in my storage. Get the Texas toast, big crock of butter, cans of pie filling, apple, blueberry, cherry, all different types. And you can make mountain pies. And then if anybody's into drum circles, or anything like that, people could bring they'd have their drums with, and could do a drum circle. Man, I'm envisioning quite a meetup here, huh? I know many of you are probably gonna like it. You're gonna think, oh my, yeah, that sounds wonderful. It does, doesn't it? Oh, I just had an idea. How many people wouldn't mind going to New York for a meetup? Oh, never mind. They're not open this year. Bummer. I was thinking of the one place that you went digging at last year. That would be great. They got field up in the back. They got the perfect fire pit. They had a perfect fire pit area for when they did the drum circle. But they're not open, so that would be cool though if we could do that and do a big group band meetup / dig for crystals, quartz, Herkimer, diamond crystals. Oh man. Well, Crystal Grove Campground's open, but that campground's always booked pretty good, so not unless they be willing to rent me out the back field. They do have the back field where they do the pig and dig, where they do the pig roast and set up tables and tent. That field's always a possibility if they'd be willing to rent it to me. God, the wheels are turning. The wheels are a turning. I could talk to my friend Chris is the owner of the place, and some of my other digging friends, they run the place. I wouldn't be looking for a big break. big discount, but I wonder what kind of deal they could work if I was looking to bring in a bunch of people. And how many of my subscribers out there are rock hounds and into digging crystals? Comment below if you're a rock hound, so I can get an idea how many of my subscribers are fellow rock hounds looking to dig for crystals. And if you wouldn't mind getting to New York, that could be a possibility later this year. Especially if I go towards the end of the season. If the campground's not booked real full. The campground's really not that expensive either. It's actually a very good priced campground compared to most out there. It's very, 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 very cheap in my opinion. And if I could get a guaranteed head count of at least a certain amount of people, I would be willing to bet that I could get a little bit of a discount, maybe. I'll have to message Chris and Joel and Billy Joe. I'll have to send them a message and throw the idea by them and see if that's a possibility under there. Because I know they're having their pig and dig coming up. I think it's this weekend coming up. I really wanted to go to it, but with the new job, I don't have enough PTO time to take off. And it's on the weekend when everybody's normal weekend. Not my weekend. My weekend is well, right now it's Monday, Tuesday. New position I'm going for at work. I was told my days off might be Sunday, Monday. Not sure. Not guaranteed. I have to wait and find out when I get an interview with the manager of the new position. Find out. Because I know I'll probably be, if I get it, I'll be second shift. I think 3 to 11:30 or 3 to midnight or 3:30 to midnight, something like that. But if I'd have off Sunday, Monday, and then once I get some PTO accrued later, but throughout this year, I'd be able to get enough. Take a day or two, Friday, Saturday, and then have the meetup at the Crystal Grove campground. Unless I want to talk to Django at Soul Family Farm. He's not open for business, I don't believe, this year to digging, pay to dig. Because I know they were having, well, man, I kind of know why they weren't going to be open this year. But I wonder if they'd be interested in a one group outing, but then again, probably not, because I'm sure they've had offers of different stuff, and if they've said no to people, I wouldn't want to put them in a spot to be upsetting people by them doing something if they told other people no and they're not open for business this year. Hopefully next year, 2024. But even, Crystal Grove Campground, they got They got nice Herkimers. Not as wild and big. It's a lot of hard rock mining. But there's always the possibility too, though, Diamond Mountain is not that far away. As far as I know, they're still $100 a day for an 8-hour digging day. But they got a whole bunch of new adjacent land and shelf on the mountainside. And people have been finding exceptional things just in the topsoil. Because the people that own the property were against and despised crystals and rockhounds because they thought that crystals were evil and the devil. So that property was never allowed to be dug because of their beliefs, religious beliefs. So there's always possibility of for those that are rockhounds, there could be a group dig day to go to Diamond Mountain for the day, then come back to the campground. See, that's where Soul Family would be nice, because there, if they were open, I would bet that I could rent for an additional fee. Rent the field up behind in the back for the vanner meetup, for the van life overland meetup. And then anybody that wanted to dig could just walk right down to the dig spot. But since they're not open this year, that kind of throws a wrench in that. But that's a possibility, though, for 2024 if they're back open for business. I don't know. The wheels are turning. I got a bunch of ideas. Biggest thing is finding location. The dog walking people left. But yeah, so I apologize, this video is long. I don't know how many people won't watch it all, but hopefully you have, and then hopefully you got all the detail, all these ideas that are floating in my head for a banner meetup and rockhound meetup. Because I'm sure I'm not the only van lifer out there that's a rockhound and loves crystals. So in the comments, if you're a rockhound, let me know. Say rockhound, yes rockhound, or I'm a rockhound.